Namaskar, friends. Many of my friends who had got training from us for the world's best aura scanner have requested to put up videos for regarding the fixing of the auspiciousness and auspiciousness of planets, as well as deciding the strength of the planet. These both subjects, these friends have requested. Although in my training, when I train my students of aura scanner, I train them in the most lucid and detailed way how to decide the strength of the planets, as well as how to decide the auspiciousness or inauspiciousness of a planet for a particular person. But many times it appears that they forget the whole process when time lapses after 6 months, 1 year or so, and that is the reason that they have placed the request. So one earlier video I have already described how to decide the auspiciousness and inauspiciousness of the planets, and it is very clear. And if you have seen the video, it must have been clear to you how to complete this process for deciding the inauspiciousness or auspiciousness. In this video, I am going to detail how to decide the strength of the planets for a particular person. And why these two things are very important? Because the ultimately, when you predict something for a person, the next step is the suggesting remedies. And if you are suggesting remedies for a particular person, for a particular horoscope, you should know both the things are very important. Because if one planet is inauspicious for you, for someone, and if you are if you are strengthening it, it may cause some harm. One more thing, if it is auspicious for someone and it is weak, and you had done some remedy which may weaken it further, it may cause again harm. So you had to decide first which planet is auspicious, which planet inauspicious, and accordingly you have to suggest the remedies. And before suggesting remedies, you should also know what is the exact strength of the planet of a particular person. In the traditional astrology, the strength of the planet is calculated mathematically, arithmetically, and it is a very detailed process. It is called Shadbala in Sanskrit. The literal meaning of the Shadbala is 6 types of strength, and six type of strength. All the parameters have been given by the rishis or ancient seers, and they have given very detailed procedure to find the strength, whether a planet is retrograde, whether a planet is stationary, whether a planet is moving fast, or one planet debilitated, one planet exalted, and so many things, one planet combust. So depending on the so many parameters, we decide and calculate and decide what is the exact Sadbala. And after getting all on the 6 parameters, we average it, then again we reach a final conclusion. The strength may be less than 1, more than 1, or exact 1. So something like this. So it is the averaging process, something like this. So this is the process which we, but it is very complicated. And many times there is possibility of inaccuracy in the whole calculation. Recently, in the recent times, current times, we do not calculate. We are dependent on the astrological softwares for knowing the strength of planets, and I have no hesitation to say that many of them provide inaccurate strength of the planet. I am not here to promote or demote a particular software, but depending on my exposure to the astrology for a long period, I am teaching astrology for around 30 to 35 years, and depending on this exposure and experience, I had no hesitation to say that many softwares of astrology are inaccurate. So you should not depend solely on them for knowing these things, and there must be an easy way to know the strength of the planets in a easy and lucid and effective way. So this gap, this requirement is fulfilled by the aura scanner, and more so by our aura scanner, which is considered best aura scanner of the world. This has been patented under the brand name AstroDevam. So if you want to buy an accurate aura scanner, you should check whether the brand name AstroDevam is written here or not. If it is written AstroDevam, you should check. And you have never given any agency, never any authorization to sell any person. This aura scanner is sold only by the AstroDevam official websites. So do not go anywhere. If many persons are misusing our name and claiming that they have gone authority, agency or franchisee of us, no sir, we have not given any agency authorization or franchisee to any person for selling this. So now I am going to demonstrate how to check the strength of the planets for a particular person. And when you are going to use, I believe that you have trained under me, you know the 5 secret steps of Kundalini activation. You should perform these 5 steps. And if you are not trained under me, you might not be knowing these very powerful 5 secret steps, which at least creates possibility of getting accurate result 3 times. So if you are not trained under me, just see the procedure and follow this. So just see how I am demonstrating the whole procedure. So now Mr. Biswajit ji is before me, and I am going to check the strength of his planets, means strength of planets in his horoscope. And the aura scanner before me is the world's best aura scanner, and there is no dispute. There is no dispute regarding this now. This is the aura scanner and positivity sample, which is normally inserted in this, which is considered hero of the whole story of the aura scanner, is going to be taken out by me, because these had no role in the whole in this process. Earlier, in the earlier video where I was checking the auspiciousness and inauspiciousness of his planets only, Mr. Biswajit, you could see first I used the positive sample for checking his aura. Then I inserted one by one the samples of the planets to check how his aura is improving, to know the inauspiciousness. But now I am not going to go in this. The checking strength of the planet is very simple. Positivity sample is not to be used. Only the sample of the grahas or planets are to be used to check the strength of the planets. And before checking the strength of the planets of Mr. Biswajit, which also take part in our experiment or demo in our earlier video, he is before me, and I have to follow the specific protocol of the aura scanner. So Mr. Biswajit ji, are you okay for this process? Are you wearing something, some talisman, Rudraksha, Gemstone, something like this? No, you are not wearing. Have you got any good or bad news just a few minutes back? No. So you are just okay, and you are ready to participate in the demo. Okay, great. And what I will do, as you can see in the aura scanner, there is a wire connected with this, and at the end of the wire there is a aluminium mass, a round mass. On one side there are some holes, and on one side there is a plane. So I will keep the whole side on his palm, and even you can check the complete the whole process without using this wire. Without using this wire, you can complete the process. But I will suggest, if you are a new, or even if you are not new, you are experienced one, you should use it, because to some extent it improves the results, improves the accuracy of the results. Okay, so I am placing this on his palm. from the one, and the coming from the second on his second palm. Okay, and I will check place one by one the samples of the grahas or planets in this aura scanner, and see how strong the his grahas are. And before starting the process, let me all of you might be knowing, but I should inform you that it is that it is the 0% when you, and it is 100%. When at the 180-degree it is 100%, and when at the parallel this is 0%. So the extent it is moving, it shows the a specific percentage of whatever you are checking. Now you are checking the strength of the grahas. We will start with the sun, the king of the grahas, and the most important, the center of the our solar system, and which is considered very, very important in this. So I am going to check the strength of the sun for Mr. Biswajit, who is subject to our demo. So it is around 35%. As you can see, it is a bit weak in his horoscope for him, and it is 35%. So the strength of the sun of Mr. Biswajit is 35%. Now we will go with the moon. Now I have inserted the sample of the moon. As you can see, it is now I am directing towards the, as you can see, it is around 60 to 65%. His or strength of the moon, his moon is 60 to 65%. It is reasonably good and not bad. Now I am going to check the strength of the Mars. Mars are called Mangal in Sanskrit. It is, as we can see, it is around 45% to 50%. You might not be clearly see the percentage because camera in this direction. It is, if it is like this, it is 45 to 50%. It is 45 to 50%, and it is free to move anywhere, but it is showing 45 to 50%. Okay, great. Now I am going to check the strength of the Mercury, called Buddha, prince of the grahas. How it is? Oh, it is just short of 100%, it is 95%. Great strength of the Mercury for Mr. Biswajit. Thank you. Okay, great, Biswajit. 95% is very good percent. Actually, 100% is the maximum percent. Normally, not everyone achieves that percentage for all the grahas. So it is not a matter of great worry, but we expect around 60% for all the grahas. So it is the turn of the Jupiter. So in case of Jupiter, as I can see, it is around 80%. Great percentage. Jupiter is very most auspicious planet. If it is showing 80%, it is reasonably good. Now next, the Venus, the guru of the master of the demons, who is guide of the demons, Venus, the cause of all the luxuries. Oh my God, it is around 100%. It is 100%. Great, 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 great. If Venus is 100%, it is certainly remarkable. And we should, I have very good words about Venus, because Venus supplies everything we need in normal our daily life, our support system, our planning, everything. Now it is the turn of the Saturn. Saturn in this case is, Saturn is only 30% in his case. Saturn, much talked about planet Saturn, is only 30%. So we should check why it is Saturn is showing so much least जो है strength. Now only two planets are left जो है, Rahu and Ketu, dragon's head and dragon's tail. Normally traditional astrology we don't calculate strength of the Rahu and Ketu, but here we can check the strength of the Rahu and Ketu, and I have to still find the ways to use this new information which we don't find in case of traditional astrology. Rahu is around 100%, 100%, around 100%. It is very bizarre information. I will have to check how, if I get the strength of the Rahu and Ketu of 1,000 of persons, and I have to reach some conclusion how I can use this data. This is very new phenomena for personally for me. Although I have taught astrology for more than 30 years, 35 years, but still this is the new phenomena, new information, new data I am getting through this wonderful gadget. Now I am the last sample of the Grahas Ketu. I am going to check this. Again, Ketu is showing 90 to 98%. It is just akin to Rahu. It is just taken to Rahu, a smaller difference, because they both face each other. They are part of the same gang, जो है Rahu and Ketu, and taken birth from the same demon. So it is possible that they might be having same strength. So we have checked the strength of all the grahas, and we can use this information for the suggesting remedies for Mr. Biswajit, who is standing before me and taken part in this very interesting demonstration or experiment, and which may be very useful in astrology or any remedial medium. Even if whatever mystic science you are using, you are doing palmistry, astrology, anything, numerology, you should check the strength of the grahas for suggesting some good remedy for the person. Thank you, Mr. Biswajit, for taking part in this experiment. Thank you. So now you have seen how we check the strength of a particular our planets for a particular person. So you have to replicate the whole procedure for any person, and you will know the exact strength of the planets. And depending on if you combine the results of earlier video, the which planet is auspicious, which planet is not auspicious, and what is the strength of the planets, then you will understand what remedies to be taken for the a person. Because if a planet is weak or strength, it is important. But if a planet is auspicious or inauspicious, this is more important. So if you combine these results, you will be able to suggest the best remedy for the person. And believe me, if one thing, many persons are calling us to how to know the exact remedy to be suggested. And if you have undergone the whole training, after understanding all the samples, 2 boxes of samples are being provided for me, like this one more box is given. So you will understand what remedy to be suggested, which color is good for him, which number is good for him, which gemstone is good for him, which direction is good for him, which rudraksha is good for him. So a lot of remedies you know. But even though you want to know the exact rationale or logic of the behind the remedies, you should listen the detailed videos which I have put up on the YouTube. These are in 8 parts and very detailed and lucid. These are the recording of the lectures given by me for a select band of students, and all these lectures cover all type of remedies, yantra, mantra, gemstones, rudraksha, all type of colors, everything is being chakras, everything is being covered by in this series of lectures. You should undergo this, and my best wishes are all with all of you. We'll meet again in some other video regarding world's best universal aura scanner. Please don't buy this aura scanner from any other place if someone is claiming that he has been authorized by the aura scanner. We are considered world's best aura scanner providers, as well as the best trainers of the aura scanner. So best wishes from me. Namaskar. I am Achary Kalki Krishnan from AstroDevam.